How's it going, everybody? GodBaer here. Once again, thank you for clicking into one of my videos. We are back on NCAA Football 25, the Washington State Cougars Dynasty. Last game of the regular season, undefeated 11-0, ranked 9th in the country. Feels oh so nice as number 99 just purely walks past our center and left guard to smoke our running back. Man was literally untouched as a defensive lineman to make the tackle. A little absurd there, but it doesn't matter. Suggs is continuously getting first downs for us. Freeman with the 96 speed. Gonna miss this man oh so much since we are coming to the end of the season. He is a senior, our fastest player on the team with 96 speed up until the said upcoming season. Mr. Laporta, our quarterback, will be our new fastest player, but unfortunately, in a way, it would be nice to have a wide receiver threat with 98 speed, but Laporta being quarterback with 98 speed and 96 throw power. We're going to have a little bit of a QB battle with the two of those guys. Not sure if I want to chase the in-game cheat code of 98 speed, 96 throw power type of thing, or go with the proven quarterback in Mr. Cordero, who has led us to an undefeated season as of now, and it feels great. It's 3-3 right now. Suggs is, I think, just at about 1,000 yards, so we're trying to accomplish that with him. Mr. Group there, our tight end, elite development, hasn't had a whole lot of yards on this season, but he is, I think, our leading touchdown receptions. Might be Freeman. Freeman does get a lot of touchdowns on the pop passes, the wide receiver sweeps, so it arguably could be him, as Hernandez is going to get into the end zone for us and maintain a lead. 10-3 draw play by number 14. He's going to get cracked by number 91, Cowgill, not Cowgirl, which is one I always want to say. And I do want to express the pleasure I've had in playing this first full season. Again, for those of you that have not seen the first handful of episodes, the first two were simulated seasons of obviously season 1 and 2, where we were only doing the recruitment process, where we wanted to add players to the team that we handpicked and personally added to the team. So, almost throwing an interception, but Group trying to get his hands on it. We will kick the field goal and miss it by a good bit. Not only do we miss wide left, but we overkicked it as well, just to make sure that thing isn't going through the uprights, giving this Oregon State team a chance to get down the field and tie this ball game. We will do everything we possibly can, as 14 kind of just putting the offense on his back at this point in time. Not one I appreciate, as Mariani doing what Mariani does. Would have loved if 88 wasn't so damn fast and tracked down Mr. 9, Mr. Stevie Mariani. And I do want to share, every time I say Mariani, it makes me think of the Mariana Cross song, the Mariana da 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 da, or whatever it does, but the whole Mariani, my mind goes Mariani type of thing. But yeah, that we're getting sidetracked. We're going to try to lurk the field as much as we possibly can, as that man is just wide open. 88, who kind of took away our defensive touchdown option, and he's going to continue their drive. Rice here just absolutely blowing up this drive with 3 QB pressures, back-to-back sacks, and then that third play of that drive is a QB pressure. Absolutely insane performance for that one drive alone, which was needed. Mr. Rice had not gotten a sack in the last 4 games. He has been absent for a while. He started off, okay, again, week 1 was an FCS team, so he kind of went nuts. I think he had 5 sacks, so his stats are padded a little bit since we did play that squad. That's besides the point, though. The last 4 games, up until getting back-to-back sacks in this game, as we miss another field goal, he was literally non-existent. 0 sacks in the last 4 games. Might have had a couple tackles for loss, but that's not when we're covering here, as Mr. Foot gets his hands on the ball. As long as number 88 doesn't come out of nowhere, we get it into the end zone for our first defensive touchdown of the game. Hopefully we get more of them. Obviously, we're a very defensively heavy team. Offense, we just try to play conservative. We kind of dink and dunk and let our playmakers make plays and get us down the field, if not just, home run hitters. Again, with Hernandez and Freeman, that 94, 96 speed wide receivers. Very, very handy to have them. We will be losing Freeman, which really, really sucks. We kind of walked right into that sack right there. The play action just had a shade right over into that man, as Hernandez is going to pick up that first down, which is much, much appreciated. And then great blocking. But Lawrence, not the fastest of wide receivers, more of a big body with that 6'4" frame. And then underneath, trying to get in the end zone and barely doing so. I didn't think he got in there, as number 13 gets kind of shrugged right off the back of Lawrence into the end zone, which was kind of a nice little mentality check. And we are up 27-3, sitting comfortable, happy with it. Number 88 still kind of doing his thing out here. The offense is running through primarily two players, number 14 being the running back and number 88 being the wide receiver, as cover 2 gets beat. Number 7, Lewis, a little out of position for it. Obviously, we didn't play deep there, so they do get their first touchdown of the day, hopefully their only touchdown of the day. We are in the second half, underneath to group. Good block, but there is another defender right behind Hernandez's block. Wide running back screen 2. I want to say Terrell Suggs, Julius Suggs, powering through little number 25 there just to gain another extra yard or two. Lawrence once again on the pop pass, getting a first down, trying to kill as much clock as we possibly can, looking for something, just going to take off with Cordero getting absolutely obliterated on the end of that run. But 3rd and 3, we will stall out and kick a field goal to start the 4th quarter. We make it to go up 30-9, up by 3 total possessions, 21 points right now. We sniffed out the running back screen there, or little option pass that he had. They didn't throw it to us. We were really hoping that he was. Great toe tap by number 38. He's kind of showing what he can do through last drive and this drive. 88 back to showcasing his talents. Big hit on 3rd and 4. Now 4th and 4. Oh, Rice right there in position for the pick, but just lack of awareness being a defensive end and not an actual linebacker. And then 39 just torches us on the post route. And now we're up by 14 points. 2 possessions, still pretty. 5 minutes left in this game. We do go for a deep shot. Cordero, not the best of deep accuracies. He only has, I think, mid to high 70s in throw accuracy. Is nice interception. Lewis making up for getting beat. Not necessarily beat on the cover 2. It's just where he was zoned and the route that was ran went over top of him. But he does capitalize on that wide receiver screen, getting his hands on the ball. We're going to get sacked, fumbled, and a defensive tackle here in number 58. Not only picks it up, but takes it into the end zone. And we're starting to collapse a little bit. Again, we're up 30-9 to start the 4th quarter. And now we're only up by 7 points. Lawrence is going to get a phenomenal block on the outside, get us down inside their territory. Again, another pop pass, absolutely nowhere to go, so we will be punting the ball. And not only will we be punting the ball, it will be getting blocked. They, of course, would have had the ball regardless if we would have recovered that or not, but they are in our territory all of a sudden. And with prime opportunity to tie this ball game up, no pressures. Our defensive linemen are getting pancaked onto the ground. You can't get sacks when you're on your back, and really would have loved that interception. But they are going to go for it on 4th and 10 and convert. Number 11, Thompson, does smack the wide receiver to make sure that he earns that catch. But they will tie this ball game up, and I can't believe how we have fallen. Again, we had a 30-9 lead, 3 total touchdown possessions to start the fourth quarter. I feel like the Atlanta Falcons in the Super Bowl against the New England Patriots. I can't knock them, as we just, again, insult to injury, miss the field goal, go into overtime for our second time of the Dynasty, and we desperately need a defensive stop, which allowing them to catch the ball at the 4-yard line is not how we're going to do so. And then wide receiver screen to 88. Animation kind of just hurt our feelings. We were out of position for it anyways, but you know, just diving like a fool and missing by a good margin. Barely avoiding this first down, 4th and inches, barely converting it. Luckily, they gave it to us. That was arguably a non-convert, but we're continuously trying to punch this into the end zone. Richards is going to get it. They will overturn the touchdown. We go for it on 4th and down and fail to get into the end zone, where we're going to fall 30-37 against Oregon State, and we will not have an undefeated season. Hurts me to say, this man in Montiel had 400 yards, 4 touchdowns. Not a fan of him. Cordero also had 400 yards, 2 touchdowns. Suggs, not too great, just under 3 yards a carry, only 59 yards. Lawrence went off with 167 yards and a touchdown. Hernandez with the other passing. Defensively, we got our typical 2 guys, Al Upda and Haynes, and tackles. Rice with 2 sacks, and then 3 individuals, one being our man Mariani with an interception. We unfortunately lose one of our prospects to Oregon. Again, they're just a bigger school than us, so they are going to beat us out for that. And you're going to see that we dropped from 9 to 16 on the poll rankings. So not only does our undefeated season go bye-bye, we get knocked out of the collegiate playoffs. Such a bad thing to happen. If Oregon State would have been ranked, or if we would have... we're just not going to mention it. We're going to move on. We do get Player of the Year. Heisman goes to Nico. I'm not even going to mention or go for that last name. Defensive Player somehow goes to Rice. I really don't understand how it didn't go to Mr. Mariani. You're going to see his stats coming up after our bowl game here. But the dude had such a good season. He had, I think, 9 interceptions on the season. And I felt like that's more important than 12.5 sacks, which is what our man Rice is ending the season with, or at least at the point before this bowl game. We will be going up against the Miami University. We are a higher overall than them. Obviously, we do not want to lose back-to-back games. We want to win every single game if we, you know, can do so and pull that that victory off. Nobody, you know, I'm a little bit of a poor loser. I'll be honest. You know, I like to dwell on things, and I don't like going down either. So our offense needs to go down this field and put up some points nice and early, which Freeman, almost swerving out. Sucks. You got to put your hands on somebody and attempt a block. But regardless, Lawrence is going to fight for the first down, and we're going to continuously try to pad some stats with Cordero. He's been doing and has done very well for us in his freshman redshirted season. And whew, Freeman, that speed. Thought he was going to be tackled a couple times there, but kind of just weaved around the tackles, stayed out of contact range, got himself into the end zone, and very happy with that little play there. Again, those pop passes, with the amount of speed that we have at wide receiver currently, have the ability to, again, be home run hitters and go for touchdowns. It's just, you never really know. Sometimes, you know, defenders get in the way, they block shed, but Mr. Mariani is going to get himself another interception. I believe it's his 10th at this point. Since I already mentioned he had 9, that's his 10th interception on the season. Mr. Group trying to get into the end zone. He not a very big tight end, but he is quite athletic at 83 speed, same as his jersey number there as he gets into the end zone to give us a more comfortable lead, 14-3. Would love for our other defensive end, number 88. I'm not actually sure what his name is. He honestly has not played like a starter, to be frank with you guys. We're definitely going to most likely play one of our recruited defensive ends over them. I'm not sure if we have somebody that is redshirted from this season that will supplement him or replace him, or if we'll play a true redshirt through who we have already had commit to the team. Miami, though, is going to score a touchdown just to eat into their deficit. 14-10, still more than a field goal lead, so I'm okay with it, but obviously would love to have a bigger lead than what we currently have. Cordero, in my opinion, is going to get pushed well out of bounds. He touches his feet to the exterior white paint off the field, and the defender kind of just shoulders him a little bit more out of bounds. Is trying to utilize our speed here. Again, it's a bowl game. We do not want to lose back-to-back games. We're going to get a roughing the passer to give us a first down, regardless of what Mr. Group does there, aiding in our ability to get down into the red zone. And then phenomenal block. The defenders kind of run into each other, allowing Suggs to hit that outside, avoid contact, and get into the end zone ultimately. But very, very happy with it. Again, up by 2 possessions again, 21-10. Good little drag there. I was chasing after the running back a little too heavily. Again, watching the tight end a little too strongly. 84 that just got the ball. Wanted to make sure he didn't get it again. So shadowed him a little bit too much, allowing the deep pass, which was technically my zone. We're going to come down and ironically get the ball before the running ball carrier touches the ground. But 84, as I'm watching him too much, just kind of holds me still. The quarterback read option gets into the end zone, and now we're only back up by 4 points, which is not enough of a lead for me. Freeman does a good job with the spin, but gets picked up after doing so. Suggs, good day for him. We're going to have to give this man the ball more often in this one if he continues to have gaping holes, as Lawrence hits the outside, gets into the end zone. And this I don't know about this logo. It's something about the chin of the chicken or rooster, whatever you want to call it, that is arguably accepted in my opinion. I'll let you guys decide, as it's literally right there on screen on the bottom left. You know, we're center field. You guys can look at what looks like potentially inappropriate stuff, but we're not going to mention that too much, and we're just going to continue to speak about how we need to continuously score points, since this Miami University team, despite their 6-6 record, are putting up a pretty good fight. Suggs, would have really loved if he would have got in front of that defender to catapult us into the end zone. We're going to fumble the ball. 71's going to finally realize what's going on because he's kind of sleeping on the job. And again, just to make sure we don't make the field goal, we're going to overkick it, despite us getting it a little bit too far left. So it is still 28-24 to start the third quarter here. I was going to say fourth quarter, second half though, and need to desperately get into the end zone, which Freeman is going to do for us, as long as 21, who is surprisingly fast for how little he is there. But we're going up back by our 2 possessions. Would absolutely love to get a turnover if our defense can pull that off. 35-24, back up by 11, 82. Great job with his little route there, and surprising, and nobody's gonna catch him. So this team just will not go away. There's nothing we can really do as they go for the 2-point conversion to make this a field goal game. And now I am annoyed. This team, again, they're not like a whole lot lower overall than us, but their record shows that they should not be competing with us, as Suggs, such a good job, breaks a tackle, can't break that one though, but gets us down to the 10-yard line. And then of course we're gonna let him finish off the drive by punching straight through a ginormous hole in the center of the offensive line. They did a great job about pushing the D-line way out of the way, and we are back up now by 10 points, so 2 possessions. 82 really needs to knock it off. Not enjoying playing this team with it this time, as we got 2 players just to completely run around the offensive tackles and get the sack there. And then 3rd and 17, pushing him out of bounds to lose even more yards. Good job, number 37, Mr. Foot. Suggs kind of throws off a defender there, but doesn't pick up a whole lot of yards. Lawrence with the great blocks is going to pick up the first down on 3rd and 9. Suggs getting the ball again, just doing a phenomenal job about squeezing through the offensive line with the holes that he's been given. Hernandez, spin, break, tackle, and down at the 4-yard line, 1-yard line. Suggs, who's a little tired there. You see 3 yellow bars out of the total 6. Toss play to get him into the end zone just to make sure he has a good year. Mariani with another interception. Probably shouldn't sing anymore, but you know, that song's still stuck in my head since we already mentioned it. But Mariani, such a absolutely stunning season as he gets his 12th interception on the year. This man is a redshirted freshman. 12 interceptions is too shy of the NCAA record in a season of 14. Oh, if he does that his very first possible season, I am so looking forward to what he's going to be capable of for the rest of his career. The NCAA record for interceptions in a career is 29. The school record for career interceptions with the Washington State Huskies is 24. So he's literally halfway there already through a singular season. As number 82, oh my God, I have already expressed my displeasure of you being on this field in general. So if you would please stop scoring touchdowns. We are sitting pretty at this point by a 20-point lead. Cordero with the rare read option picking up the first down. We do have chew clock on now. Suggs getting himself another first down, continuously eating this clock. And then, you know, just to be big old meanies, we allowed it Richards to score another touchdown to make this one look like it wasn't as close as it was for the vast majority of this game. 66-39. Player of the game is going to be Cordero with 330 yards, 87.5% completions with 4 total touchdowns. Very, very happy with it. Suggs did pretty damn well as well. 145 yards on 15 carries, nearly a 10-yard average. Offensively, a lot of Freeman in there with his 142 yards. Tackles, no surprise, Alec Du, Lewis, Haynes on top. Sacks, only 1 guy's, which was our looping sack. And then Mr. Mariani with 3 interceptions on the day. So we win our first bowl game. Season stats, I should say. 4,200 yards, 39 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, 1,100 yards, and 15 touchdowns for Suggs. 2, almost 3 receivers with 1,000 yards, only 2 with more than double-digit touchdowns. Haynes and Alokda with over 100 tackles. Rice with 14.5. Everybody else kind of fell off. Interceptions, as I said, Mariani with 12. And then our other middle linebacker tying for second. Absolutely insane that our 2 middle linebackers have the most interceptions on the year. And what we've been talking about last episode was how many defensive touchdowns do we have? We have 19 total defensive touchdowns. Would have been awesome to get an even 20, but 19 is absolutely absurd as Georgia and Alabama go at it in the championship game. Georgia comes away with it. We're going to have a plethora of commits to end this season. A lot of offensive players. We are going a little offensive line heavy, and defensive line, you know, linebackers as well outside that possibly could play defensive end. We're going to continuously recruit, hopefully find gems. Of course, there will be some busts in there, but we're arguably going to be looking for some elusive backs, for some receiving backs. Because we're going to have a lot of quarterbacks on the depth chart, which you guys are going to see near the end of this video when we're redshirting other players. I think we're going to have, this is going to be really sad to say, but 7 or 8 quarterbacks on the roster. All of them sophomores, freshmen, or redshirt freshmen. And it's a little ridiculous that we actually did that to ourselves. Obviously, we can only play 1 quarterback at that time, and having them all be so young, we hurt ourselves ultimately. We could have been recruiting other prospects. We're going to end with the 17th best recruiting class. We're going to have some normal, impact, normal, star, which is good to see. Normal, another star, impact, normal, another star. Absolutely studded crew here. Star, normal, elite there with the right guard, Mr. Hewitt. And then right here at the end, Rasmussen, quarterback, 4-star with an elite development trait. Just to add to our QB battles, obviously we're going to be redshirting him since we do have quarterbacks that we're plenty fine with playing. We are going to be taking out Northwestern here and putting in our squad in the Washington State Cougars into the Big Ten. Give us some more competition since we had such a good season in 12-1. Would have absolutely loved to make the playoffs, but again, Oregon State kind of squandered that ability for us. The fact that they were unranked, and obviously us being 9, losing to an unranked team, no doubt we were going to drop outside the top 10. Obviously going to 16th overall. We're 8th right now after winning another bowl game and after some adjustments of the poll. But showing you guys all of the players that we are redshirting. Obviously going to be the majority, if not all, of the players that we just added to the team. Rasmussen, though, he's going to be fun to use. Obviously, we're going to have to use him. Hopefully, he progresses well his freshman year. So when we start technically season 3 of us playing, it's going to be very, very nice to use him. He's a jack of all traits quarterback. He's starting off with 85 speed, and that may or may not go up to 86, 87, maybe even 88, depending on how he develops through the training in the off season. So I'm really, really excited, and I'm very, very happy with how the team has progressed. You got Mr. East on the outside linebacker, red-shirted freshman at an 87 overall. How is that man so goddamn good already? There was a little bit of me that was contemplating starting East at middle linebacker with how well he's progressed, but you know we can't replace Mariani. Man has played way beyond his expectations. 12 interceptions is ridiculous. But that is going to wrap up this video as we're showing the next season initial recruiting process. And if you guys enjoyed the video, please hit the thumbs up. Let me know what you thought down in the comment section. And until next time, everybody, GodBaer out.